You don't really care about the war anymore, do you? Really think about it. There was a whole full blown war that is going on currently as we speak in the Middle East. People started talking about it for some time, and then there were memes, and then the memes got old, and then there were new memes, then those got old, and then people are not talking about the war anymore. Nobody cares, right? Nobody really cares about anything because social media short form content, a lot of it has made feeling anything in general very difficult because there is so much of it. I was reading something today which said after a 40-minute doom scrolling session you don't want to crash out, because you always want to crash out, but you don't want to crash out because the last reel that you saw triggered you or whatever. It is just your body kind of de-stressing itself, your body kind of letting it all out because it can't handle the overwhelm anymore. Social media has made it very difficult to feel anything in general. There is a whole as war, people are dying, and then there was a Ukraine conflict, remember? And then there was also a Palestine conflict, remember? Nobody talks about it anymore because nobody cares. When I say war is just an example for what I'm talking about to make a point, right? Because war is a very drastic thing, people still don't care about it. The overall point being that social media has kind of desensitized you, me, and all of us around. And you would ask, why is that? Because there is so much overwhelm all the time on social media. There is so much information all the time on social media. After a point you don't really care about anything because you've had so much of it. There is someone dying in Africa, there is a big tech startup getting $1 billion funding in San Francisco, there is some calamity that is happening in Japan, there is some population, political, religious, socio problem that is happening in India. All of it comes at you all together. People who are trying to serve you this information are not trying to serve you this information because they want to serve you this information. They're trying to farm clicks, right? The overall incentive of doing social media anymore is to just farm clicks. Nobody really cares about building a genuine audience or putting yourself out or this or that. If you really think about it, there are like 2, 3, 5, 10% of creators who actually care about what they are putting out and are not running behind numbers. And you know why you don't know those creators? Because they don't go big. They can't go big. If you don't chase numbers, you don't go big, right? Social media has kind of ruined it in terms of caring. Like, I care about something, it has kind of ruined it for people. How do you fix it? Honestly, personally, for me, watching a lot less short form content and low agency content. Like, I'm just in the lift, so I'll just open up my phone and watch some reels, or I am just watching reels because what do I do with my time, right? If you just reduce those unconscious watching sprees, spirals that you have, the low agency consumption of content in general, but especially short form content, because people generally scroll reels during this time, right? If you just limit that in some way, I think that would be something that would be beneficial for you. Yeah, man, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks that people don't really care about anything anymore, because how do you create art then? How do you do anything then? Because it will be a viral spectacle for some time and then nobody would care. Artists like Shakespeare and this and that, they made art which was generational, right? How do you really think there is any artist in current generation who will produce art that is generational like that? I don't think so. Do you think they will produce art that will shape culture like that? I don't think so. Probably this is the world where we are moving in towards. I think we are moving towards a collective consciousness, if that makes sense, because there is no individual identity or one ideology getting famous or people rallying behind one person or one idea for a very long time, because everyone has so much information all the time. Rallying them behind one idea is extremely difficult because there is an opponent who can directly capture their attention through their phone by making a viral trend or whatever, and then they might sway towards that. So it is very difficult to capture people, hold them in one ideology, and then build that ideology, or make a generational piece of art, because you really can't anymore, because nobody would care after 2 days after the trend has died. It has made generational art so difficult because any art piece, however artistic it must be, however deep and meaningful and layered and whatever it might be, it only lasts for a couple of days or a couple of weeks at best. And if it is a mega viral trend, it would last a month, and then 2 months probably, and then nobody would care about it. So yeah, that the demise or the downfall of something becoming a cultural piece for a very long time, an ideology, that idea has kind of turned bleak now. There is no cult following for anything anymore. It's kind of good because it is democratic. It gives the right to attention and right to information right back to people. But in some way, shape, or form, it will also lead to not developing an ideology or an idea to its root anymore, because nobody would go, or nobody would want to go deep in anything anymore, because yeah, why would you?